Hello, I'm Miss Cameron and I'm Head of Key Stage 5 Maths at Arc Putney Academy. I just wanted to take the time to introduce you to Maths and Further Maths at Arc Putney Academy and run through how we run the course here. Firstly, what to expect. Hopefully you're aware that there is no coursework as part of the maths qualification, so you sit all of your exams in June of year 13. We do regular class assessments in between them to check for understanding, and also termly cumulative assessments where you're tested on everything covered up until that point. We also run weekly intervention because we think support is really handy, and provide you with a detailed scheme of work for all of the modules you cover, so that if you miss a lesson for whatever reason, you are able to catch up because you know exactly what has been covered. Help is always available in the maths department, but you do need to seek it out. So whenever you have any free periods or after school, dropping your teacher an email or popping up to the maths department to speak with them is always encouraged. The final thing I want to say is just a reminder that Maths A-level is a typical A-level to do. But actually, if you're willing to work hard, you can get great results. In the past, I've had students who potentially have come in maybe not the best mathematician on paper, but because their work ethic has been phenomenal, they've done really, really well at A-level. And I've had the reverse, students who've come in with really high GCSE grades, but actually don't have the work ethic to back that up, so have really struggled. The course itself is split into two parts, pure and applied. The pure part of the course counts for 2/3 of your final grade, and it covers key topics such as straight line graphs, circles, calculus, sequences, trigonometry, and functions. There's a lot of emphasis on the real life application of what we study. So an example of something that you will be able to calculate once you finish the course is like the rate at which water leaves a bottle. The applied part of the course looks at interpreting the world around us, and we focus on statistics and mechanics. In statistics, we look at things such as analysing presenting data, as well as statistical distributions, and enables us to have the tools to consider how effective a new vaccine is, which is obviously incredibly relevant in the current climate. In mechanics, we look at how things move and forces alongside constant and variable acceleration. This enables us to consider potentially the forces at work on pulleys. For the further mathematicians out there, you will study the mathematics modules alongside the rest of the cohort. You'll then have separate further math lessons which cover the 4 assessments we need. The 2 compulsory elements which cover core pure content. We're then doing decision 1 in our first year of study, and then we've got one more optional module to pick which we'll decide at the end of year 12. The skills covered in further maths are a little bit more abstract and introduce concepts such as imaginary and complex numbers, matrices and their application, and in decision maths, being able to do things such as finding the optimal solution to problems. The entry requirements to both courses are pretty straightforward. To begin with, we expect you all to have 5 passes at GCSE. These should all be at grade 4 or above. To do the maths course, we expect you to have a grade 6 in maths and, due to the complexities of the course, a grade 7 to access the further maths course. Alongside this, you should currently be working on the bridging projects. What has been lovely is the wide variety of submissions from both internal and external students, looking at using Desmos, which is an online graphing software, reading the book The Simpsons and Their Mathematical Secrets, or learning more about some of the contributions of female mathematicians. There are a couple of things you need to do over the summer to be prepared for the course in September. Firstly, you'll need to purchase 1 large ring binder or 2 if you plan on being a further mathematician. We will use these ring binders to store all of your work for all aspects of the course, so it's really important that you start the year well equipped. Linked to that, you'll need a set of dividers for each ring binder so that we can keep your work nicely organised, and lined paper to write down any homework activities. You'll also need your own stationery, as we don't provide this as a school. Things a little bit more specific to the course, You must purchase a Casio ClassWiz calculator. The course is tailored around this calculator, so it must be this calculator and no other types. In the description below, I will put a link to the calculator on Amazon so you know exactly what one it is. Similarly, there are certain textbooks that you must purchase as well. I again will put a link to these in the description below. The final bit is the bit you're probably not going to want to hear. There is going to be a summer assignment that you must complete. Obviously, with the current climate, there will be those of you out there who perhaps haven't done any maths since March. 6 months of no maths leaves anyone rusty, so it's really important that we get you back up to speed with your math skills, ready to hit the ground running in September. I'm really excited to meet you all in September and have you join us as our next cohort of A-level mathematicians. If you have any questions at all, please email me at n.cameron@arkputneyacademy.org and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Have a great summer.